Hi, I'm Ryan Stephen and I've come back with a new recipe. The idea behind this channel or this these videos were to showcase easy to cook recipes for people who are stuck during this lockdown and are unable to cook or don't have their cooks coming home to cook for them. So here's something that's probably the 3 or 4 ingredient potato fry which goes very well with dal, which is also what I'm going to show you today. I've got a pan over here. I'm going to heat it up nicely. This is a cast iron pan, so it takes a while to heat up. Since it's a potato fry, this will require, it's not a deep fry, this will require some amount of oil, so don't be alarmed. You cannot have a crispy potato fry without some sort of oil. So I've put at least about, I think this is about 4-5 tablespoons of light olive oil. These are 6 to 7 potatoes. Like I said, I'm cooking for 3 people, so don't be alarmed by the quantity. They've been sliced. I've kept the skin on because I don't like wasting the potato skin. It has all the nutrients in the skin. These have been brushed really nicely, washed several times, and of course soaked in vinegar and salt water just to remove all the germs or whatever bacteria there might be. I'm going to throw in these potatoes. It's the easiest recipe. I'm going to add a teaspoon of turmeric powder, this is slightly spicy. You can reduce the chili powder to whatever amount of spice you can handle. I've put at least about 3 tablespoons of chili, 3 teaspoons of chili powder. I've got some salt here. Potatoes absorb a lot of salt, but be careful, don't add too much. And I'm going to give this a good stir so that the spices blend well. The trick to this potato is that you leave it on a really, slow gas, slow fire. Let it cook slowly. Let it kind of, you don't need water. Yes, I know the oil seems extra, but trust me, this is all going to vanish. This is one of my favorite comfort foods, and it doesn't get better than dal chawal aloo fry. So you see, I've laid them down like scallops. Oh, you can also try and bake them if you're good at baking. I'm going to simmer the gas now and cover this so that it cooks slowly. I am going to shift this to another stove burner. Oh, I was lighting the wrong one. Okay, now this pan is getting hot. Okay, next up, I've got a pan here for. Okay, now there's going to be a lot of arguments. I'm not claiming that this is the original, authentic varan. This is my take on the varan. Some may argue that the varan is literally just boiled with haldi and that's varan. Fine. Some may argue. My maid used to tell me, but varan is dal. All dals are varan only. Some may argue that varan does not have jeera. So everyone has a different version. This is my take of the varan. I am not going to I'm not claiming that this is the varan that Maharashtrians make. So I'm just going to say this is a simple dal. Try it out, it's yummy. I'm going to take at least about 2 tablespoons of ghee. What I've done is I have soaked tur dal. Pigeon peas is the English name for it. Tur dal, it's a yellow lentil, for half an hour. You can soak it for longer, you can soak it overnight. The longer you soak, the faster it cooks. I pressure cooked it for 3 whistles or more, depending on the quality of the lentil that you're using, the dal that you're using. I had taken half cup tur dal which had boiled, and I mashed it with this masher, ghotna, spinner, whatever you want to call it. That's what I've done. Now in this hot ghee, 2 tablespoons ghee, I am going to put in a large pinch of hing. What I forgot to tell you, the dal was boiled with half a teaspoon turmeric powder. So you don't have to add any spice powders in this now. That's a teaspoon of mustard seeds and a teaspoon of, I think a teaspoon was a little extra, but you can put half teaspoon if you don't like mustard too much. That's cumin seeds, jeera. I've got some rinsed curry leaves, curry patta. And now to this, I'm going to add this boiled dal. So some salt. I'm going to let this boil a little bit and simmer it down. That's it. You can make it thicker if you want thicker, which I'm going to do. I'm also not going to add any coriander leaves. You can keep it a little thin. Some people like patli dal. That's all there is to this dal. It's literally boiled dal with turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of ghee in a hot pan, hing, asafoetida, a large pinch, some cumin seeds, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, or half teaspoon of mustard seeds, and your curry leaves. That's about it. You put that, let it boil, simmer it down to whatever consistency you want, and serve it. I'm going to check all these potatoes. Okay, see, they're turning quite crisp at the bottom. Some will break, don't worry. Essentially your potatoes are cooked. If you like your potatoes at this stage, you can kind of serve them, but I'm going to keep it a little longer on a slow gas for it to get a little more crisper. So there'll be some, the whole point behind these potatoes, this is something my mother used to make when we were kids. A simple, when she didn't want to cook something elaborate, she made simple dal, rice and potato fry. The whole idea behind these potatoes is that they are partly crisp, partly soft. That's the fun part of it. This, along with papad pickle, is one of the best comfort meals you could ever ask for. I'm drooling while I'm speaking to you. That's all. That's my potato fry. You can add some more chili powder if you want some more color, some more spice. That's my varan and potato fry. And that's all for today with all the easy recipes I have. I'll come back with more soon.